New feature focus has dropped, shaping your parks. Let's take a look. We'll go through it first, and then we'll go back through it a second time and talk more about it.
Welcome back, park managers. In this module, we'll be focusing on sculpting those grand, visionary parks. You'll be molding the land and lakes to create the perfect environment for your dinosaurs and guests. Moving mountains is surprisingly easy with the tools available. Build upwards to add elevation to your park, or dig down to create impressive valleys and canyons with rocky cliffs or ramps to form gradual inclines. Then fill out your park with a wide variety of rocks and foliage. Swiftly cover large areas of enclosures and decorate the finer details. And it's not just the land to think about. Add shallow or deep water to form lakes and even waterfalls for your guests and dinosaurs to enjoy. With all these tools, you can create beautiful natural enclosures and spectacular sights within your parks. Be sure to watch the rest of our modules for further training on managing your parks.
Okay, not a huge amount of like really new stuff there, but it is really nice to see these terrain tools in action again. This is the thing I am most excited about for this game. Let's go back through all these different shots here, starting from the beginning. So we start out with a look at the Japanese environment here with the Japanese architecture and a stego or two. Let's just drop the volume a little bit, let it play. Yeah, kind of sweeping shot over here. Look at the terrain elevation and levels. I mean, obviously that's a big selling point for this, but I mean, this is still a functional park that's built like this. This is crazy. Coming off of 1 and 2, this is crazy.
Managers. In this module,
yeah, there's like a stego down here. There's a stego over here. Like, there's animals walking all through this shit. Waterfall down here behind this tree. It's like great.
We'll be focusing on sculpting those grand.
This was an interesting shot to me just by how much these buildings look just kind of like regular buildings, if that makes sense, right? They're not like crazy Jurassic World era, you know, sloped architecture with weird asymmetric roofs and stuff like that. Like, this just looks like a ski resort. Different map, of course, the Alpine map somewhere. Look at that aviary in the back there, perched on that freaking cliff above that lake. That's so good.
And visionary parks. You'll be molding the land and...
We got a Malta-style biome. Probably actually just is Malta. Lagoon there. Another lagoon there. Both with the rock clipped into the edges. Zipline in the back. I don't know if this is the first confirmation of the zipline, but it might be. That's definitely a zipline. What is this? Look at that. Wait, is that an aviary but with like ridges above it? What the hell is happening here? It's got like fins. That definitely looks like an aviary. It's even got like the little antennas. But then it's got these weird... What is the purpose of these? So that probably confirms that we have like customly designed aviaries, if nothing else. Definitely the custom design is strange, but appears to be a thing. People on the roof using those tables and umbrellas. We saw these essentially get designed in a previous video. We saw somebody going through a modular building, adding the tables, taking the umbrellas, putting the umbrellas inside the tables to make these little structures with chairs. But I'm pretty sure in that video we never actually saw a person use them. And so I personally heavily question whether or not those would actually have interactable guests on them. Well, interactable is a strong word. Would have movable guests that wiggle on them. And they do. Interesting. What is this? Is this a decorative fence? Like a set of nested archways? That actually looks like the kind of shit people do in modded park builds in 2, where they take a decoration and like you take the mod that removes the hit boxes so you can clip them together and you can make it like decorative structures just by repeating a decoration. That's kind of what that looks like.
Lakes to create the perfect environment.
Oh yeah, there's a looks like a zip line, but I don't actually see the connection coming off anywhere. Remote viewing gallery, log gallery right there in the back. Look at that. That's great. Okay, remote viewing gallery's in right away. Cool. That's a tower. See, that's a tower, but I'm pretty sure that's a zip line. Where are the paths? So there's a path here, coming off of this building, going in over here, all the way up to here, right? So what is this? What is this? Where's the path that connects to this zip line, if that's what this is? This might be a case of like building shit that is non-functional just to make it look nice, but like what is happening here? This is either a viewing gallery or a remote gallery. Because this might be the remote gallery connecting to this log down here. I don't see the path. Are we getting like base game invisible paths or something weird? Because this looks strange as far as functionality goes. This is a really interesting image. This is a tropical map. We got like multiple like the bungalows on the water here. I don't know if these are hotels. I don't want to like think this might be a boat tour because it's definitely not. There's no evidence this would make sense for a boat tour. Like there's another one right here that one makes sense. There's like a little swimming pool here. It's like definitely like a hotel or maybe even a decorative building if that's what's kind of going on here. It looks like these ones are on a path network. It looks like there's a path right there along the back of the water that goes that way. Is this a path here? Wait a second. Look at this. Because there's kind of something going on here, right? I didn't see this at first. This didn't stand out because it looks like a natural path. But I bet you we have natural paths. I bet you that's what this is. It's a natural path that goes down here, connects to this building in here somewhere, and then connects to this one off screen in the corner. And then over here, maybe it's like right there behind this tree. Maybe that's path to connect to this. I still don't know how this is connected, but maybe there's a connection point in the side, or maybe the path could be kind of concealed in the bushes there. I don't know. Strange. This is still pretty strange. A lot of stuff going on in the very back there too. A lot of little glimpses. You can tell there's building there. Little bungalows or whatever over there. There's something here, but like you can't really like discern what's going on with any of those buildings. It looks like maybe a power station there, aviary in the back behind the innovation center there, of course. Something up here, slightly up on the hill. I'm guessing the map border is back there on the edge of that mountain though. This might literally be like like a background waterfall or something, not even part of the park.
For your dinosaurs.
I guess, yeah, we get the camera angle does change, so that's something to look at. So yeah, there's something going on here a little bit. There's the zip line. I can see the line now for the zip line. This does look like kind of a weird natural path, but it could also be some sort of strange highlighting on the edge of the water. It's definitely not connecting though to this building, so my speculation that this was connected here is wrong. This path back here though does look like it probably connects. Yeah, the remote viewing gallery here connects around this way to this path. That is definitely power back there. And then, yeah, that is like a waterfall in the back. There, yeah. Not highlighting anything else by this different angle here in the back, but... Yeah, weird. Very interesting. There's more buildings here. Very confused with what's going on in the middle foreground of this picture. More confused now that I've seen this from this slightly different angle because, like, This is a natural path. I think I might have jumped the gun on the natural path thing. I think I might have jumped the gun on that. I think this might just be a weird visual hiccup on the edge of the water because it doesn't actually seem to be properly connecting here. There's just like, this is like rock texture, and then there's like rock texture here, but then this is grass. Yeah, I'm going to go with actually weird texturing, not natural path. Sorry.
And guests. Moving mountains is surprisingly
Okay, we got a Rex exhibit. One thing to take from this that's interesting is this terraforming is happening very close to this baby, which is great.
easy with the tools available. Build
That gives me hope that it won't be as fiddly building shit around your dinosaurs, which sometimes is a problem. The mountain generation here looks very JWE2 with these like very conical mountains, but then the rocks being produced around it serves immensely to break that up.
upwards to add elevation to your park, or dig down to create impressive valleys and canyons.
Then this shot here, this I don't know if this is the same canyon we saw being produced in one of the previous videos. I'd have to go back and see if it's like the same waterfall in the background and shit, but this is pretty much something we've seen, like possibly literally already seen the footage from.
Or dig down to
That water, look at the waterfalls in the background, these like nested lakes, these like big waterfalls. These are sick. This is so cool. I don't think I saw that before. I think I would have remembered seeing this giant double-tiered waterfall in a park. I think this is just another take on them doing the same kind of terraforming we've previously seen with the canyon.
create impressive valleys and canyons with rocky cliffs or ramps to form gradual inclines.
And then yeah,
Then fill out
another
your
look at the
park
ramp
with a-
tool, which is like incredible. Love the ramp tool. Very cool that we're seeing this you know, they got this cliff here, they add this mountain, and we're seeing how the
gradual
ramp
inclines.
tool just works to connect these two levels together essentially. Maybe then you could put like a viewing tower up here on the top and have like a path coming down. This is pretty sick. Of course, we can see where they, you know, where they kind of connect. It's a little rough. You know, there's a rock here that's maybe in the way. There's kind of clearly like a little pit here where like it's coming in. But you would, you know, play with this. You would smooth it out a little bit. Maybe line it up a little cleaner next time, you know? It's still incredible.
Then fill out your park
Stegosaurs there. I have a comment on the stegos. Baby's there. This is pretty much, I think the environmental plant stuff here is all stuff we've seen.
with a wide variety of rocks
Anything in the background, just multiple aviaries. That waterfall back there is maybe the same one we've already seen in this park.
and foliage. Swiftly cover large areas of enclosures and decorate the finer
Yeah, look at all the individual plants. Look at that shit. That's crazy. Look at all these tabs on this decoration shit. This is nuts. This is too much. I will do almost none of this. But the fact that you can is pretty nice. There'll be some sick decoration stuff that you can download from players.
details. And it's not just the land.
And we got another shot here. Some structures up on the hill, but nothing too crazy. A waterfall there going into some more like bungalows on the edge.
To think about. Add shallow or deep water to form lakes and even waterfalls for your guests.
Waterfalls. I'm gonna look at a Spino. I don't remember if we saw him ever out of the water before. Like, obviously we saw the swimming shot, but kind of a different little bit of a look there.
And dinosaurs
Yeah, swimming Spino. He looks good in the water.
to enjoy. With all these tools,
This stego looks kind of interesting. Like it's got some spots. Very obvious stripes on the plates. I think we're seeing the male and female stego in this. I think that might be one of them.
you can create beautiful natural enclosures.
The waterfall is of course gorgeous. There's even like a tree there in the water. That's so good.
And spectacular sight.
Yeah, because this stego has more vertical stripe or horizontal stripes, and then more of a coloring on the tips, not so much that stripe running through the middle of the plates. But this could just be differences in patterns. Like, this could... I'm not going to say this is the sexual dimorphism for the stego. I'm just saying it could be, right? Possible look at it. Not completely convinced. But typically when we see these family unit shots, there is, you know, a male and a female in the shot. Also, I do think some of the male-female differences are probably still being finalized. Especially probably the pattern work. So I wouldn't put too much stock in... especially if it's not highlighted in the patterns or the sexual dimorphism. Like, if they're not getting a dedicated species profile, I would not necessarily say that these exact designs are a lock. They probably are, but I don't think it's guaranteed. That's all I'm saying.
Within your parks.
That looks so good. I mean, just look at this again. Look, this is this like multi-leveled rocky valley, water running through here, white water from these like small waterfalls feeding into this. The dinosaurs walking through the water as well. And then like the interspersed vegetation. This is incredible looking. Discord is beeping. That's incredible timing. All right, let's close Discord. I love this. This looks so good.
Be sure to...
Oh, a much more obvious look at a remote viewing gallery. I thought I closed Discord. There wasn't even a Discord message at the time. I have no idea where that ping fucking came from. I'm losing my mind. I'm actually going insane. Okay, anything else to see here? Not really.
Watch the rest of...
The waterfall coming down through the middle of the remote viewing gallery is fun. In between the two legs. I like that. This does look... This is the same park. This is definitely the Zipline with the other building here and the Innovation Center on the cliff. I might already said that.
Our modules for further training on managing your parks.
Yep, very cool. Not really any new information, just money shot after money shot. That's all it is. Which I'm okay with. Let's go look a little deeper online. Sometimes you can find some extra info in pictures on different sources. This shot has a baby Spino in it. I didn't notice this. I saw this online. It's right there at the very, very, very bottom of the screen. Here, fucking OBS crashed when I tried to resize the window. Piece of shit. Okay, I'll find it elsewhere. Yeah, like this shot right as it fades out, there's the nose, there's the eye, and then there's the sail for the baby Spino. Like literally right at the bottom of this image. The cursor doesn't show now. Why did the cursor show before and now it doesn't? It definitely showed. Capture cursor is fucking on. Dude, OBS has been shit for me now. What happened? Why did the window disappear? It's because I was talking while I was in OBS, so it doesn't capture the cursor if I'm not on the exact window. But yeah, Spino. There's the face. Right there at the very bottom, there's his little sail. It's like coming out of the water. Cleverly hidden. Very, very, very funny. Well, that seems to be it. No other details anybody else has picked up that we didn't comment on. You know, people brought up the weird aviary. I haven't seen anybody comment on how some of these buildings seem to be kind of disconnected from the path grid, but, you know, whatever. Baby Spino was definitely like the big thing I missed here. So yeah, hopefully I can salvage my crashed OBS footage and finish this up. Yeah.